Hi there, sign of Virgo. This is Kim here to do your reading. Hope you guys are doing good. This is your 3-day reading or your next 3-day messages. Let me know where you're watching from if you feel like it or how you're doing in the comments. All right. Spirit guides, angels, give me some messages for Virgo, please. What do they need to hear? What messages does Virgo need to hear at this time? I will tell you that right before your reading, I heard the song by the Fugees, that Ready or Not, Here I Come. You can't hide, you can't run. I'm gonna find you. You know what I'm talking about. Is it Killing Me Softly? So, it actually, I think it's done by somebody else originally, but, so then, that song, Ready or Not, so there might be something that's like, hey, ready or not, Spirit's about to bring something into your life. And when I hear that statement, I feel like, well, you might not think you're ready, but sometimes things come into our life and really surprise us. So I feel like this is a good ready or not. Yeah, it is. It is. Bottom of the deck, we have the card that represents a new experience for you. Ready or not, the divine has found you, Virgo. For real. The Blue Temple and the Sun Splendor. I mean, there's two sun cards in that deck, and this is the one that is kind of like, okay, this is the sun in all its glory. It's like, this is, yeah. And this card right here is celestial, or the heavenly realms. So it's like the divine is about to give you the best of the best here of an experience for you. It's creative, it's vision, it's visionary. It may involve this lover's energy here with these two. You see those two? It looks like geese in the background. So with this card, what's so neat is the flowers down here haven't really been colored in. The rainbow hasn't necessarily been colored in, but you see the spectrum here coming from crystal. And I think of the crystal as being like representative of all that's divine, like the inspiration for the power pack, the battery pack for your experience. It's like coming from the divine here. So this is big. This is big. There's your lovers. Lovers. It could be a lover. Oh, wow. 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 Oh, I could do a reading just on this. I might. I might, because this goes here. This goes here. I feel like we need one more, don't you? I feel like we need another one. These small round ones. But here's your, okay, so this is one of these, or one of these. You know how I feel? I feel like a person when they're getting ready, like they figure out that they've won something, either a large amount of money, or they feel like they've won a vacation, or they've met somebody, and this person it's a new person, but they open up a door opportunity, and all of a sudden here's this free plane ticket, here's this all expenses paid feeling, and you're like scrambling around trying to, oh, I better get this, I better get that. Okay, that's the energy that I'm feeling coming in for you, and that's exciting. I just want you to notice on the vision card how this card actually is a blend of a lot of her cards. And this is like part of this seed card, but it's also right here on the Sun Splendor. So Kim Krans, Alchemy, and her archetype deck did a very good job of planting information in your reading right now, because This right here is the Mountain card. So, I mean, we've got so much going on. We have the seed of your vision right here in the middle of this sun splendor. We have the card that represents that you're getting inspiration from heaven right now, or from the celestial realms, for a vision of yours. And it's big. And it's big because this card, this Mountain card, is taking you to new heights. It's taking you somewhere where you're going to feel like God has exalted you, like the Most High has exalted you, like there's a reason for you to be at the top of that mountain and having other people look at you. This can even be like, it can be fame from your vision, just who you are, who you are. And then they're saying you're going to have some sort of big, I feel like it's a gift. I feel like it's a gift of a person that comes in that enables you to work on your vision. I mean, what a beautiful idea too, coming in of a storyline that's in my mind right now of a person that has let's use just an example. So say you're somebody that has a deep connection with stray animals, with stray dogs, stray cats. You really don't like seeing those animals get put down by the conventional adoption shelters or whatever, the humane societies. You know how they put them down, you know, after they get so many days. So that it could be something in your heart where it gets turned into a vision because of some sort of big time investment or funding or collaboration here, where all of a sudden you're the new owner of the newest type of Noah's Ark. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that big, and it's something about getting you being known for that too. You have two owls here. So again, with that two pairs, lovers energy, it's coming through again. I see two people that share a vision, like clairvoyance. I mean, you have the wise owl, right? The wise owl. So, so it's like, this is that seed here that gets planted, that gets the opportunity, like the investment. You see the gold ball? It's like the investment into the seed of your vision here. That's how I'm reading that. And what's so neat about that is because what starts off as you being inspired by something that's just dropped into your heart, into your spirit, something you've cared about for a very long time, then also becomes what raises you to the top. And now you're the inspiration for others here. Wow. You're going to be at a new level. You're going to be at a new level, and you may feel isolated, but there is somebody that's coming here that's going to be very connected to your heart for the purpose of this. It's a shared vision. So of course this can be romantic. It can be a little both, or it might just be because of this vision. It's going to move you out of chaos. It's going to move, which chaos here is appropriately at the very bottom where the underworld would be in my mind's eye here, would be that underworld. Get ready for things to move quick. Something that was chaotic is turning around for you. A feeling of not knowing even at times what direction you may be going in is going to it's going to make sense. Something about this brings complete order into your life, and I'm feeling service to others, but service to I'm really picking up on the feeling of service to animals, but it might just be that animals are really good spirit guides here, especially through our readings. So you have the swan, which is graceful and effortless, has effortless beauty, right? It just is. It just is. And so we're going to get more information. We're going to clarify here. What is this energy coming through that's obviously touching your heart, and you'll be touching their heart. You would be making really beautiful memories. You see the person on the boat with another person, and it's like these two stars are finally like coming around each other's orbit. Yeah, oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. Should we use? We should probably use. Let me get an upbeat deck for you because I'm feeling, and yeah, let's do the animal one that I have. It's not an animal deck per se, but it's tarot that has a lot of different animals in it. What is this one? The Naked Heart Tarot. Yeah. The Naked Heart Tarot. And we're going to ask some questions. Quicksilver means things are going to be taking off here, there, and everywhere. Can be talking about travel. It can be talking about feeling like things might be even a little slippery, going here, there, and everywhere. This landed immediately, 4 of Wands in the reverse on top of chaos, which means it's actually a good sign, especially since we saw chaos in the reverse when it came out. I think it's a good sign because I think what it means is that your life path, your purpose, it's changing. And that means the people that are aligned with you, that's changing too. And so I do see this as a big move, but I see this as a realignment with why you really came here. Like, what are you really passionate about? And realignment with that. So people can be going out of our lives as we're being lined up for something new. And by the way, the new might come in ready or not. You know, it might come in ready or not. Let me get some more coffee, Spirit. Let me get some more coffee. Six of Pentacles with the heart. Look, somebody wants to give to you, gift you things, give to you, work with you, sees you as a good team member, sees you as successful and wants to help you be successful. Six of Pentacles is kind of like a team working together, all going to ensure one another's success. And that's why it's associated with gift giving and things like that, because there's not really a person that's left out here of this. So if that's something that you're like, yeah, I don't necessarily have that in my life, then that's what's being lined up for you. Okay, the right team, the right people. And then we have this, see it's saying with the animals, and looks like, it honestly kind of looks like 2 beta fish, but I don't know. If you can let me know, what do you think? What kind of fish do you think that is? I think it is a beta, which they don't usually swim. They don't usually swim together, do they? Might not be a beta fish, but in any way, I look at that fish and I think prosperity, and that is what that card would be talking about, is prosperity, tangible success, and people that are going to help ensure one another is taken care of. It's giving back and it's receiving. So there could have been a situation here, I'm not going to ignore it, with this, where no, it wasn't looking, could have been like, no, this is not looking like a happy ending is coming out here, or this is not looking like a marriage that I want to be in, or a job field I want to be in. Whatever it is, it's big. It's big because it's enough to shift around all of your goals and your like the trajectory. It's enough to do that. It's enough to move people. They said move mountains, so it's enough to move mountains here. Oh, and by the way, you're going to be at the top of the mountain, so prepare. Ace of Cups on top of the Lover. Get out of here. Look, somebody wants to extend a part of themselves to you. It's the octopus that's trying to hand you the Ace of Cups. And it is going to be, that goes right there, I'm positive of it, your new chapter, your Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. This is your new chapter. This is your new season. This is love and a loving experience too. This is something that you're going to know is simply divine. for some reason they're telling me that there's some sort of name of a business that you're wanting to include either the word divine in, or get like divine inspiration for the name or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's what I'm getting right when I said that. Simply divine. Maybe that is a name of something. I don't know. But anyway, so Ace of Cups, loving experience with the lovers. Tell me more about this vision and this new experience, please, Spirit. The Two of Wands. Something that you will be lined up with. So, focus and alignment. The reason there's a crystal ball there is because you're in that stage where you're planning and you're preparing for your vision to become a reality. So planning, prepared, and focused. Okay, it's those stages. It is and so it's like with the same color as that, it's like Spirit saying that they are the ones that are intervening to help with your foresight. So if you're having foresight of what you can see a project or a vision being, just know that they're helping you with this. Excuse me. Sorry, drinking a lot of coffee. What about moving quickly? Five of Pentacles in the reverse and the Six of Cups. So I asked, what about moving quickly, right? And it is definitely connected to a soulmate. A person that either this is somebody that you have met before in the past or tied to, or a past life, or even a future life if you think about it. Because the Six of Cups is about those caring connections that are made along our journey in life, right? They're usually a soulmate energy. It's also that reciprocal, I help you, you help me, we're sharing this loving experience. It usually is about making good memories with other people. So this involves other people, and it involves feeling like there's a sense of belonging. Five of Pentacles in the reverse is when, like, somewhere I belong. You know, this is somewhere I belong. This feels like home. Like where you are at the present moment in the company of these people or this specific person is going to feel right. It's going to feel like home. Like you belong. And any kind of financial worry too, because I was sensing some sort of investment into this, is going to, there is a hardship that will be relieved here also. If you have some sort of health concern or worry here, especially if it involves a connection or somebody that you're very connected to, I think that there's good news regarding that. Good news, getting good results. So it is specifically tied to a ready or not, there is a connection coming in. For a lot of you, this is going to be a new one, but it's going to be one that is linked to making really great memories here in the future. Because I just feel like the energy is bringing together new people here lately. Eight of Swords. So we're going to have something like that, aren't we? Why do I have the Eight of Swords? The Eight of Swords. It's about feeling, oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, they're telling me for sure what happened here with this. Okay. This is about a past commitment that you were in. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage, but I think for a lot of you all, it's something very serious like that. Or even a friend group. But there was a lot of, like, pain. There was, for some reason, feeling trapped or stuck in a, like, limiting freedom. I don't know if there was, like, a feeling of, for a while, I've got to stay in this and I'm miserable or unhappy. And now the heart is saying, no, there's a fresh new start and, like, time to embrace or find freedom again. But freedom in that love, that type of love that lets go, but you still go to it. This was a disappointing affair, I can tell you that, because so here I have the Hierophant. I'll show you how I'm getting that message. That the Star in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse, Three of Swords in the reverse, and the Eight of Swords. So it was just something that was disappointing, that you're definitely ready and over, like you want to heal from this. And you realize that these people or whatever it was were just not, there could have been a karmic lesson tied to it. I mean, it's just the easiest thing I can actually think of as to why. Now, that it could be also an influence that wasn't that great on you. It could have been cheating involved. I don't even want to get into it, but it feels like for a while we felt like we were trapped or stuck in that type of a situation with, and that might be this Four of Wands in the reverse, right? Yeah, that's what I think. And so the new cycle, the new thing that Spirit wants to bring in is something good. Is a Knight. Is something good. Okay, so we're going to pull from the 108 Oracle. Maybe you can give me more information on that, because I think that was just a bad experience and something that we're getting into something better now. Yeah. If you had a wish to free yourself from that energy, then your wish is being granted. Shooting star, quick action, wish granted, rare, falling, moment in time, luck, dynamic, incandescent, dazzled, sudden, enterprising, and brilliant. The Lover. See, these energies, these people coming in or being brought in to your existence here, they're all part of the symphony here. This energy is coming in for a purpose of creating, co-creating with you. It says organized structure, contribute, team, collaborate, precise arrangement, order, lead, follow, perform, and cohesion. It's all coming together perfectly. Perfectly. You have another wheel. Yay! You have another wheel. Karma, dharma, destined, inevitable, divine intervention, luck, fortune, divine will. So it's like divine will, divine justice will be done. And this is perfect for this energy right here. If you notice though, we have 888 on these cards. Emptiness says moving on, no one home, cycle completion, making adjustments for a new life, and graduating. Yeah, and so if you're feeling lonely, like this card says, then that Five of Pentacles in the reverse is like coming out of a period of feeling lonely also. Yep. And this is so good that this cycle is completing or wrapping up for you, because here we go. You won. You won. You did a good job. 9, the checkered flag. Conclusion, outcome, finale, completion, verdict, settled, result, signaling the end, finishing in first, final chapter, and it says feeling relieved. So get ready, because they're saying, here we go with this ready or not energy. You're about to break past a roadblock or what had seemed like delayed change. It felt like you were always having to realize what ways were you restricted and what ways were you limited every time you thought about trying to leave this situation, or how upset or disappointed you were in it. There was always something that was like a step back or a detour that was like, nope, we can't move past this yet. So it feels like finally a big sigh of relief, a nice inhale and exhale it all out, because I feel like it's wrapped up. And here's your ready or not, because the slingshot literally says ready, aim, fire. It is a ready or not energy that's going to pull you back. Yes, so you feel the tension. Sometimes you felt the roadblock as a pullback, anxiety, or having to go backwards in some way. But you were doing that because Spirit was setting you up to be flung far into the right place, right? So this is where you're going. and it says set into motion. It also says launch, and that might have something to do with a vision, a company, or something like that that you are wanting to launch. So that's what I have for you all today for your reading. 33 and 444. I'm going to pull an angel number message for you. If you need a private reading, the information is in the description box below. But yeah, thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you enjoyed it. Everybody's getting this from the, okay, from Aquarius, Taurus, and you now. All have gotten 666. So, important. It is about love, harmony, and relationships, right? But it also could be, if off balance, then us needing to take a look at our frequency and the way that we're thinking, or what we are. What are we broadcasting with our energy, I think is what this card is really talking about. And to just remain consistent, even if what you see has not actually manifested yet. Trying to maintain your energy signal that's being sent out to the universe is not always the easiest thing to do in those situations. But if you find that it's getting harder, then I think maybe it's a sign that you're actually getting closer to something that is going to, you know, it's like a test of your energy, and I think it's bringing in something really good for you. Yeah, it just says wake up to your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so that you can raise yourself to a more positive frequency. I'm centered. It's just simply being aware of the energy that we are emitting throughout our day, and is it in alignment with what we're trying to manifest. All right, I'm sending you love and light. Bye, Virgo.